This section of our discussion is specifically about school dress code, not adults in the workplace dress code. That's a different issue. This is about children in schools. Many schools across the country and in other places around the world still have dress codes that many people take exception to under the freedom of religion laws. For example, this school does not allow students to wear any kind of jewelry, including rings, necklaces, earrings, etc., which is a problem. If you wear crosses or necklaces for different saints or for any kind of religious purpose. Many schools do not allow hats, which can be a difficult situation if you wear a Jewish yarmulke or a hijab or a headscarf. Many schools do not allow students to wear makeup or any kind of cosmetics, which caused a problem in 2019 in Utah when a student was forced to wipe off the Ash Wednesday cross on their forehead, which is part of their religious ceremonies. So that's what this article is about. Utah group pushing for more specific policy on religious clothing in public schools. By Rosie Wynn, November 16th, 2018. Salt Lake City, ABC 4 News. Should public schools in Utah adopt more specific language in their policy regarding students wearing religious clothing? The Refugee Justice League says yes, after several Muslim students were bullied and harassed for wearing a headscarf or hijab. Mariam Al-Shamari, a 6th grade student at Mill Creek Elementary School, is one of those students. She told ABC 4 News her family are refugees from Iraq, and they're thankful for the freedoms they can enjoy here in the United States. But in school, she hasn't always felt welcome. I've gotten called toilet paper head when I wore white, said Al-Shamari. I used to wear it because I love that color, but now I barely do. One of the worst incidents dates back to 2 years ago, when one of her classmates pulled off her hijab during recess. I felt disrespected. I felt like my culture was disrespected, said Al-Shamari. When I went to my 4th grade teacher, she took the side of the bully, not me. The principal also took the side of the bully. That's when the James McConkey, co-founder of the Refugee Justice League, or RJL, said they stepped in and were able to successfully resolve the issue. Sometimes what happens with refugees is they're afraid to speak out, said McConkey. Because they come from countries where fear reigns, the government and lawyers are their adversaries, not their advocates. It had a dramatic impact on her that the school and the teacher didn't recognize it at first. She expressed how frightening that was, said Mikkel Withers, member of the RJL Advisory Board. RJL Advisory Board members said the FBI reported hate crimes spiked by 17% in 2017 for the 3rd straight year, which was evident of an increasing divisive and hateful climate in the country. In documents provided to ABC 4 News, RJL said adults participating in hate speech embolden their children in the public school system to harass and bully fellow students. Withers, who is a retired superintendent for the Salt Lake School District, spearheaded an effort called the Religious Clothing Initiative. He met with the State School Board of Education to strengthen bullying regulations and is now approaching all school districts, aside from Davis, who McConkey said already had specific language in their policies about religious clothing, about adding the following language to their policy to further educate and protect students. 1. Student dress code is a form of individual expression, and any regulation of religious apparel must be done in the least restrictive manner possible to maintain a safe, inclusive, and welcoming school environment. School officials should make appropriate exemptions to dress codes and reasonably accommodate students who wear hairstyles, clothing, headwear, jewelry, cosmetics, and other apparel as a personal expression of sincerely held religious beliefs. 2. Religious attire that should be appropriately accommodated in schools include, but is not limited to, hairstyles, yarmulkes, hijabs, turbans, religious jewelry, appropriate religious messages on clothing, badges and/or insignias, and ceremonial attire. 3. School officials should appropriately accommodate student requests to not wear certain gym clothes and/or uniforms that students regard on a religious basis as immodest. Withers said RJL will offer to have attorneys speak at various schools to students, teachers, and parents about the need to respect each other's closely held religious beliefs. Sometimes, students wear interesting things to school to garner attention or something that's their favorite, said Withers. But as a teacher or administrator, if you don't know the difference between something that is just an expression versus a religious expression, you might err on the adult side of not respecting that. Officials with Granite School District, where approximately 75% of refugee students live and attend school, said they usually shy away from this kind of specific language for a reason. The rationale is that when you start making lists, you're invariably going to leave someone off that list, and we prefer a more inclusive, broader approach that ensures protection of every student in Granite School District.